and it's lovely to be able to talk to you, about season three, about, all things Faile.
Yes, so exciting.
Yeah. So I'm going to start, at the beginning, when you first got the role, you found out about Faile, her arc, her relationships. Was there something that kind of stood out to you right away, caught your eye?
Yeah, I think with the character, as an actor, she was kind of like a dream to be able to step into because, it's very rare to get those female characters that are so layered and polarizing and there's so many parts of her that you want to kind of explore. But yeah, when I got the role, I was ecstatic. Because I think even reading the audition for the first time with, my friend, he was just like, "This is you," and I was like, "I need her."
That's
Um,
awesome.
yeah, so it was incredible. I think stepping into the world was so surreal.
Yeah, and I had the chance to talk to Marcus before the season, and he mentioned Perrin's relationship with Faile and meeting Faile and how important that is in season three. And they've had the chance to now connect and start a little bit of a romance in episode six. What does Faile see in Perrin? Starting out, when he comes back to the Two Rivers to starting to maybe become a leader. What does she see in him?
Yeah, I think from the get-go she's really quite drawn to him. And then she slowly starts to observe. I think also that first scene in the forge is really it says a lot because I think she almost tests him, I think, in a way that she wants to know why is it that, he's kind of it's like people are magnetized towards him, the Two Rivers, and I think it's not him trying to rally these people around him. He's not doing it for some sort of glory. It really is just this deep loyalty and love for his friends, and I think she really admires that and um just kind of wants to glue herself onto him from that point. It's kind of like she's like, I'm going everywhere you are. I think yeah, she really sees that. She doesn't I think one of the things I really um kind of understood about it is she doesn't see him being reluctant to step up as a weakness. I think she sees it as his, you know, fear of harming people, and I think she's able to kind of show him that that is only going to bring more harm in a sense. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, she sees a lot in him, and I think as he does to her,
Yeah.
very fascinating.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I mean, one of the things is, Parent seems to kind of run away from a leadership role, and Fail seems to embrace it and almost help him in that. Are we going to see more of that, or, as audiences, as we see the last two episodes, we're going to see more where Fail helps Perrin become a leader?
For sure. I think that's her superpower. She really sees him and sees those cracks and those things he sees as weaknesses that may be his strengths and just allows him to take up space. She really she really allows him to explore that without the fear of it. Yeah, it's an exciting episode, I think, because you get they have all this external pressure
Hmm.
that kind of forces them to fight those demons internally and it's yeah, I think their dynamic is quite exciting
Yeah.
this coming episode.
Yeah, no, we're all looking forward to Golden Eyes. It's a fan favorite moment in the books. So we talk about leadership and Perrin. So I have to ask about Perrin's dream that we saw at the end of five, where Egwene's dreamwalking. What Perrin wants is to be in the Forge, and how would Fael feel about kind of helping Perrin in the Forge, live a life as with the blacksmith or as a partner of the blacksmith in a small village?
Yeah, that's such an interesting question. I think she's definitely one that steers away from the quiet life, so I don't necessarily think she'd be too excited about it. Um, but I think it's a beautiful moment. I think, yeah, it really shows that. he's starting to trust her,
Yeah.
and kind of like he sees a future with her. But yeah, I don't think Faye will be too happy with their circumstances.
Yeah. The other thing that's kind of funny in when Faile learned about the horn and the fact that Matt had blown it already. So how do we see, her identity at that point had been as a hunter of the horn? Is there a change in her motivations kind of going forward now that that isn't, a kind of part of her story?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, it felt like the hunt for the horn kind of just that desire in a way kind of started to disappear as soon as she met Perrin.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, fighting with the two rivers just just meant so much more to her. And I think even Perrin inspires her in a way that like, the glory of having found the horn and blowing the horn isn't really something she needs to fight for. And what's more important is maybe having those connections with the community and really coming together. And I think she saw maybe that the hunt for the horn was something out of, validation or trying to reclaim some sort of identity rather than just being and loving.
Right, right. One of the things book fans love are Fail and her knives. How many knives does Fail have on her?
Oh my gosh. I think we had like two in the boots, maybe like four on the belt. And then I
Okay,
think I had a sneaky one. Yeah. She was the costume was extremely functional for Fael. There was no fluff. It was just where can I put my knives? How many places can I put my
right.
knives?
We've seen her throw one of the knives, at Dane. Out of these four characters, who would she like to throw a knife at the most? So, Patton Fane,
Hmm.
Mogedion, Eamon
Oh,
Valda, or Lanfear. She's got one knife.
I'm gonna say Fael would go for Padam Fane.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good
Knife,
choice,
yeah.
Patton Fane. Um, and coming up to the end of the season, what three words would you use to describe where Fail is at the end of season three?
Mm. At the end of season three, I would say she's maybe more self-assured,
Okay,
matured in a way,
okay,
and I think accepted.
accepted. Okay, yeah, no, those are awesome. I'm coming up to the end of my time. I have to ask a quick kind of rapid fire. There's just a couple. If you were to
Mhm.
choose between hammer or axe,
Axe.
okay, and Bane or Chiad.
Oh, Chiad.
Okay.
Oh, that's cute.
It's so awesome to be finally able to see Fail and see your performance. We've loved every bit of it, and we can't wait for the last two episodes on our screens.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Of
for
course.
taking the time.